We're going to grade every offseason team. This is our final grade, and we gave our winners and losers months ago, but this time we're going to give every grade. So we're combining draft picks with the offseason moves from free agency, signings, and trades. So let's start in order. Let's start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. What is your grade for the Cavaliers offseason?
I gave him a B plus. Getting Lonzo and Larry Nance, I thought that was a good addition to your team. It helps you guys in the playoffs, like we talked about a little bit earlier. Lonzo could be that secondary playmaker just in case if Darius Garland goes down. And then you have a backup big in Larry Nance because they really didn't have any backup bigs last year. You had Thompson and Dean Wade. That's not it. Larry Nance, he makes that front court a little bit better as far as backups. So yeah, I give him a B plus.
I gave them a B. I gave the Cavs a B. I thought they did make, some good moves. Like you said, Lonzo replacing Ty Jerome, probably a better shooter, a better passer, and a better defender than Ty Jerome. You did get a backup in Larry Nance. I thought that was a good move. And you still got your core players that's been there all along with Mobley, Allen, Garland, and Mitchell. Like, even though I don't think they drafted anybody really like that's going to be an impact player right away, I still think they had a decent offseason for them and they're still intact. They still got the core intact. So overall, I give them a B. I thought the Cavs did a good enough job this year to get a B. The next team, the Boston Celtics. What's your grade for the Boston Celtics?
Well, I gave them a C.
Mm.
You got Anthony Simons, and you got your first round draft pick for next year. But other than that, you guys didn't really do anything. You signed Chris Boucher, but that doesn't move me. So I gave him a C just for getting Anthony.
I gave them a D minus. I thought they ain't done nothing, bro. Yeah, you do get Anthony Simons and I guess Chris Boucher. But like you said, Chris Boucher don't move me. Getting Luca Garza doesn't move me at all. Like your center position is bad. Like it's
Mhm.
very bad, bro. Like and then they still got Kada and Xavier. And Xavier telling like, come on, man. I don't think they draft. I don't. They did trade for R.J. Lewis for George Niang. Who knows how that's gonna be? I don't know. But the Celtics, they really didn't do anything that like impressed me enough to be like, oh, they deserve a B or at least a C like you gave them, man. I gave them a straight D minus. I was hesitating on giving them an F, but I was like, man, y'all ain't really do nothing. I think y'all get a D minus, bro. So Celtics D minus. Next team, the New York Knicks. What's your grade for them?
My grade for the New York Knicks is a B plus. I think getting Clarkson, Yabusele, and then the addition of Mike Brown, who's actually going to play as bench guys. I think that was good for the Knicks. I think the Knicks they needed one more piece, and I would have gave them a A. I think they needed like another wing, to back up Middleton and not Middleton,
Mikhail, you mean?
McHale, yeah, McHale and OG. I think they needed one more wing, but and I would have gave them an A, but I gave them a B plus.
I gave the Knicks, I gave them a C because Mike Brown, I am adding him in there. I don't know what he's going to be with the Knicks, so that's an unknown. Jordan Clarkson is a good pickup, instant offense off the bench. Yabusele is a decent pickup, but could those moves be needle movers? I don't know. It depends. They're not like a. I would like if they would have got hypothetically say Anthony Simons or Jordan Clarkson, that probably would have moved me way more. But Jordan Clarkson out Yabusele, they're unknowns to an extent. But I thought they did decent. Like they did decent, but it's like I don't know. So I just gave the Knicks a C. Like it's decent, but not really. The Indiana Pacers. What's your grade for them?
A D. I gave them a D. You re-signed Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman, but you let Miles Turner walk. I honestly want to give them an F, but I gave them a D because they got they got. I believe in James Wiseman. I think James Wiseman is going to be good next year. We were kind of high on him when he came out, and we believe in this
I
talent.
was happy.
Um, but yeah, you let Miles Turner walk, so that instantly brought them down to a D, bro.
I gave them a D minus. Your replacement for Miles Turner is basically going to be Isaiah Jackson, James Wiseman, and Jay Huff. That is you guys. That is your replacement for center. Tyrese isn't there, but just the center position is just not the best. And I don't think really they made any like legit free agent moves off the top of my head. I don't know who they drafted. I really don't know. I would have to look that up. But I don't think they made a lot of good moves to at least be probably competitive in the East. So I gave them a D minus, man. The Pistons, not the Pistons, the Pacers, they are a D minus. The Milwaukee Bucks, what's your grade for them?
Again, I'm gonna see. You sign Cole Anthony, you re-sign all your guys, and then you go get Miles Turner. I really just gave them a C because they went and got Miles Turner.
So if they didn't get Miles, you would have gave them like an F or like a D
What a
minus or
D?
something?
Oh yeah, like a D minus. Yeah, I would give him like a D minus.
Bruh, hold on. Okay, the Pacers made one pick, unless I see that they traded. They had a pick in the second round. I don't think they made another move. That's it. Okay, forget that. I gave the Bucks a C minus, and only because they did sign people. Like I give them credit. Those aren't good signings, like resigning Torian Prince, KPJ, Gary Trent. They did sign Cole Anthony. You did get Miles Turner, and they resigned everybody. Jericho Sims. I only give them a C because they did sign people. Like that is literally the only reason. Those aren't the greatest, but it's like this all we can do for you, Giannis. So just for be like, hey, we out there, it's like it's better than what the Warriors have done. They at least signing some players, so that's why I gave them a C minus. The Detroit Pistons. What's your grade for them?
The grade for the Detroit Pistons is a B plus. I think getting Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert. I think you guys upgraded your bench. And it's only going to help you guys build off the success that you had last year.
I gave them a B minus. I do like B minus, B plus, same thing, whatever. B. I gave them B because, like you said, you did get Duncan Robinson for Fontecchio. You did get Karis LeVert. Those are two good pickups. Now losing Tim Hardaway, Malik Beasley, whatever you think of them, whatever. But they did lose them. I thought they made two good moves this summer. They did sign Javante Green, whatever you think of him. So the Pistons, they made some good moves and potentially probably got better. Or some people probably think they stayed the same. They really didn't like improve. They didn't get worse, but they really didn't get way better. But I thought they made some good moves. So I give the Pistons a B minus, man. They did a decent job, in my opinion. The Orlando Magic, what's your grade for them?
B plus. Getting Tyrus Jones, Desmond Bain, and then drafting Jace Richardson. You guys got a lot of shooting and scoring that you guys desperately needed. And then you guys got another point guard, just in case Jalen Suggs gets hurt, that can come in and run that offense and get Desmond Bain, Paulo, Franz, and them in the right positions and involved. So yeah, I gave them a B plus.
I gave them an A. I thought the Desmond Bain trade was really good. Like you said, they signed Titus Jones, drafted Jace Richardson. I just talked about it, like 20 minutes ago, the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And they did what they were supposed to do, get the shooting. That was their need. They just needed more offense on that team to go to the next step. The defense was already great. You just need offense, and that's what they did. They traded and signed for and drafted more offensive players. So I gave them an A. I thought the Magic did really good this summer. I thought they did really good.
Hey, did you know that Tyrus Jones shot 41% from three last year?
I
And he's
didn't
a
know
career average.
41, but I thought
Yeah,
he
and
shot pretty high. I know
yeah, he shot
41.
41%, and he's a career average 38% from the three. So
That's what I'm talking about, man. You need that shooting, man. The Miami Heat. What's your grade for them?
C. I gave them a C. They got Norman Powell, they drafted Jacunes from Illinois. They got Fontecchio, and they re-signed Davion Mitchell. They didn't really do anything that moved the needle, even though they got Norman Powell. I don't think that really moves the needle for the Heat. So I just gave them a C.
I gave them a C plus. Like you said, they drafted a backup point guard, which they probably needed. Like you said, resigned Davion Mitchell, who was really good for them last year when he got to the Heat. You traded for Norman Powell, who was probably going to be their third best player, third scoring option on the team. So I like the moves they did were decent. Are they a championship team? No,
No.
but they're a decent team. They're gonna be fighting. We always talk about the Heat be fighting all the time. So I think they made decent moves to get themselves a C plus. Not no B though, in my opinion, but a C plus. The Atlanta Hawks. What's your grade for them?
For the Atlanta Hawks, I gave them an A. I think getting Porzingis, Nikhil, Luke Kennard, and drafting Noel. I think they did a really good this offseason. They upgraded their bench. They got some more shooting around with Trey. And they got Porzingis, who can help spread the floor and I feel like unlock that the Atlanta Hawks offense even more.
I gave them A. I thought the moves they made were good and it could potentially help them get to the championship or conference finals at least. Like you said, Porzingis, he still is an unknown because he does get hurt, but Porzingis, when he is healthy, is a very good player. Nikhil was a good part in the Timberwolves going to the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. I like the moves that they have made. Like these are impactful moves for the
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Hawks and to help Trey Young potentially win a championship. So I like what they have done. I think they do deserve an A with the Orlando Magic and all them. So the Atlanta Hawks get an A from me. The Toronto Raptors, actually, no, my bad. The Chicago Bulls. What's your grade for them?
F.
Oh wow, I ain't
F.
getting it.
You sign Yuki. What's I can't Yuki. I don't even can't pronounce bro last name. The Asian guy from Memphis. You signed him.
Oh, I know who you
You re-signed Trey Jones and you got Isaiah Cora. And then you drafted what's
was it
that rookie name?
Noel?
Nah,
Noel?
nah, nah, not that. That was he was with the Hawks.
I thought it
Hold on, I
was
got
or Noah Singay. Is that it?
yeah, Noah is a single or something like that. Like, dog, what are we doing? Like, yeah, you got him with the 12th pick, but he's literally the same as Montez. They both play the same position, dog. So I gave him an F, bro. I gave him an F.
I gave them a
If
D.
anything, a D. I'll say
I
if
gave them a D.
anything, a D.
I gave the Bulls a D because you did trade for Isaiah Coral. You signed back Trey Jones. You did trap. Noah Singay is probably a project, but he could become something. Who knows? But they did something. They have done something. So I gave the Bulls a D. I give them a D. They done something. The Toronto Raptors. What's your grade for them?
I gave them a D too. They re-signed Polo. That was good for them because they needed a big. But you draft Murray Bowles. He's the same as Scotty, RJ, Brandon Ingram. Like, where is he gonna find Tick? You literally
What?
just where is he gonna find Tick at? You know what I mean? So
Why
yeah,
did they do that? I still don't get why they did that.
I don't either.
I don't
They
know.
should have drafted Malawatch, in my
They
opinion.
should have. They should have. I gave them a D too because all they really did was re-sign Hurdle, like you said, and then drafted Murray Boyles. Like that's all they did. They didn't really do anything. So it's like you guys don't get an F, but you guys definitely get a D because you just did something. Like it's like when you get a test, you barely pass. Like you just pass enough. So they get a D from me. The Brooklyn Nets. What's your grade for them?
Brooklyn Nets, they got a D too. You signed Michael Porter Jr. and then you drafted a bunch of rookies. And none of those rookies, I don't even believe in none of those rookies, to be honest with you. I think I'm not gonna say all of them are gonna be bust, but I don't think they're gonna be. You drafted Killian Hayes 2.0, and then you drafted Igor Denham, he can't shoot. Ben Saraf, who knows what he is. Danny Wolf was good at Michigan, but he really didn't do anything in the summer league. So it's like, eh,
Killian Hayes said he declined an offer from overseas to still be in the NBA.
he's tweaking. He's tweaking. I would have took that bag and went overseas, dog.
He want to still get that NBA job, man.
He cannot.
Oh wow. For the Nets, I gave them a D minus because they drafted 5 rookies and they traded for Michael Porter. They still got to re-sign Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson talking about. I said Cam Johnson. Cam
Cam
Thomas.
Thomas.
He talking about he want to get something close to 40, brother. You ain't not getting that. That's
Nah,
sorry.
whoa. If Kaminga can't even get 30, what makes you think you can get 40?
He said he think he in that range with like Quickly and like who was that other dude they said? Because Quickly got 35. It was another guy. And I think he said RJ. He said he wants something like in that realm. You ain't
No, you're
getting
not
that,
getting it.
brother. The
You're not getting
Raptors,
it.
bro, the only reason they did Quickly because they traded for him. That is literally the only reason they gave him the bag. Because they had to, because it looks like you giving up on OG, and then you let Quickly go, you get nothing back for him. So that's the only reason why they did it with Quickly. But like I said, the Nets they get a D minus because you drafted 5 rookies and you traded for Michael Porter Jr. That's it. You guys are still gonna be a bad team, but they did something. So you get a D minus. Philadelphia 76ers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a C, and that's legit because they drafted VJ. Legit all because of VJ. And then you let Yabusele walk. I think they should have kept Yabusele. I think he was a good piece for that team. I think he was a like a glue guy, a good off the bench guy for that team, an enforcer for that team. I thought they should have kept him, but I gave them a C.
I gave them a C plus, and basically the same thing as you. You drafted VJ, and you got the third pick overall, and you probably got an impact player right away. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody else like they still got the same team from last year. Like everybody just picked up
Legit.
their player option. Like
Well,
it's
Quentin
literally the same.
Grimes. Yeah, they ain't
Yeah,
signed him back
he
yet.
he probably gonna get. If Quentin Grimes ain't getting 40, what you think you gonna get, Camps? What are we doing? But I think he probably takes a qualifying offer. So they probably just bring back the same team and you just add VJ on that. Like it's the same
Mhm.
team. So you get a C plus just for getting basically a lottery pick. So that's my grade for the Sixers. The Charlotte Hornets, what's your grade for them?
It would have been higher. I would have gave them like a B plus if they would have got them when they got them a big. But I gave them a C plus. You got Colin Sexton. I like that pickup. You got Con Knipple. I like that. You got Liam McNeely. I like that. You got Mason Plumlee. I'm not too high on that. You re-signed Trey Mann. And then you pick up Spencer Dinwiddie. I think the Spencer Dinwiddie thing was a locker room presence thing to have a vet in that locker room to try to teach those guys how to be professional, to actually take basketball serious and stop being a bunch of YNs and be professional basketball players. So yeah, that's why I think they signed Spencer Dinwiddie, but I gave
You
him
had
a
a
C plus.
you had a little crash out on the Spencer Dinwiddie signing too.
Yeah, bro. That
You had a little
yeah.
crash out. I the Hornets a B plus. I thought they did drafted really well. You did trade for Colin Sexton. Now I do agree the big is questionable, but Mason Plumlee, I feel like he be on the Hornets all the time. He's always on the Hornets, bro. Like, am I tripping? Is he always on the Hornets? I feel like this is like his third time on the Hornets.
He
But
killed when he was on the Hornets though.
he's
He had that good year when he was on the Hornets.
I would have to look that up.
He was bringing the ball up the court in transition. He was dropping
I want to know.
dimes. You don't remember that?
I want to know what year that was. I want to know what year that was.
That
But then they got Ryan
was
Kongberger
2021. That was 2021.
4 years ago. That was a long time ago. That was like LaMelo's. What was that? LaMelo's second year in the league?
2021, 2022 when he was on that team.
Nah. You need to stop. You need to stop hating on Ryan Kongberger, bro. If I'm saying his name right, the dude from Creighton, bro. Stop sleeping on him, bro. He could be decent.
The only thing I don't know what they gonna do, bro. They got a lot of guards, bro. You got Trey Man, you got Spencer, you got Colin. Then you just drafted Con Knipple. Then you got LaMelo, Brandon Miller. Like, bro, that's 6 guards right there.
Yeah, they
How
got
you
a lot
gonna
of
find
guards.
a tick for? How you gonna find a tick for all of them?
They got
Because
Pat
Colin
Connaughton on
Sexton
this
got to
team
play.
too.
Pat Connaughton, that's another guard. So
Hey, they still got Grant Williams on this team. I forgot about him. I forgot about Grant Williams, low key. And they still got Nick Smith Jr. Man, I forgot about him too.
yeah, that's 7 guards, bro. Well, it's 7, 8 guards, bro. Your whole team is full of guards.
Man, Ryan Collenberger will be decent. Watch. But yeah, I give them B plus. I thought they drafted well, and they resigned it like Trey Man, traded for Colin Sexton. I thought those were good moves. So I give them a B plus. I thought they did decent. The Washington Wizards. What's your grade for them?
C plus. I think getting Cam Whitmore, that was good for them. Getting CJ, locker room presence that can help those guys become professionals. I thought that was good for them. And then drafting Trey Johnson, thought that was really good for them as well.
I gave them a C plus too. Drafted Trey Johnson, trade for Ken Whitmore. You traded for CJ McCollum to replace Jordan Poole, just a locker room presence who still he's gonna start. He's gonna get legit minutes. You can argue probably their best player on that team. You could argue that. I think like I said, I think the Wizards are going to be better than what people think. They're still going to be a weak team, but I think they will be just better. I think they could get probably 20-something wins this year. So
they're not going to be a free W coupon for sure. They definitely going to fight every game.
I wouldn't be shocked. They're still free W coupon. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. They're still free W coupon. But I do think they will be better. So I gave them a C+. Now we're going to the West, the OKC Thunder. What's your grade for them?
I gave them a B+. You resigned your core to running back for the next couple of years, and then you drafted Thomas Sober. I think he's going to be Isaiah Hartenstein's replacement, and I think that's a decent replacement. I think he's going to be a good player in this league. So I gave them a B+.
I gave them a C because I felt like all they did was just resign their players. That's really all they did. And like they did draft Thomas Sober. And technically, Topic is technically like a free agent in their eyes, even though he was there, obviously, but he never played. So technically, he's their free agent acquisition. So, but they really didn't do anything. I don't think they did nothing that got them worse or nothing better. They're the same. They're still the same great team. So I just gave them a C. You're in the middle. The Houston Rockets. What's their grade for them?
I gave them an A+, bro. You got KD. You went and got Clint. You went and got Dory Finney-Smith. You re-signed Jabari, Jeff Green, Fred, Aaron Holiday, and Steven Adams. Yeah, I gave them an A+. They have an all-around good team. They have a very deep team. So I gave them an A+.
And they probably do deserve an A+, but I did give them an A. Basically the same thing you said. Signed Dory Smith from the Lakers. Obviously traded for Kevin Durant. That gives you an A just off rip just from him. Like you said, re-signed Steven Adams. They re-signed everybody. Signed back Fred VanVleet. Like you said, re-sign Jabari Smith. Like you said, they got a real good team, and this is the championship contender right here. So I gave the Rockets an A, man. They did a fantastic job this offseason. A fantastic job. So the Rockets deserve an A from me. The Los Angeles Lakers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a B+. You got Marcus Smart. You went and got a big DeAndre Ayton, and you re-signed Luka, the most important thing. So I gave them a B+.
I gave them a B+ because of Jake LaRavia. No, though, you did resign Luka. That was the biggest priority. You got a big in DeAndre Ayton. You did resign Jackson Hayes as your backup big. You signed Marcus Smart. I think the Lakers did good enough. I don't think, like, obviously not Luka, but I don't think they made like this major move to get them an A from me at least. But they did make some real good moves to definitely get them a B+. So I gave the Lakers a B+. They had definitely had a real good offseason. The Nuggets, what's your offseason grade for them?
A+. You got Cam Johnson. I've been begging for them to get Bruce Brown back. They got Bruce Brown back. Then you went and got Tim Hardaway, and you got Jonas Valanciunas. Hey, that's damn near. That's a championship team right there. They can damn near win a chip next year. So I went and gave them an A+.
This is honestly my only A+ on this list. The Nuggets, they deserve an A+. Like, you fortified your bench with Jonas, like you said. Bruce Brown, you say that all the time, man. They need to go get him. You traded for Cam Johnson. They have everything now. They solidified their bench. That's what they've been missing. If they would have had this bench last year,
they would have
beat no OKC. They probably could have beat no OKC. So what if? But it's definitely a what if. But they made some real good moves this offseason, bro. That definitely deserves an A+ from me, man. Like, they went from they was already like a contender to, yes, they could go win the championship next year. So the Nuggets, A+ from me. Los Angeles Clippers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them an A. You went and got Bill. You went and got CP, Brooke Lopez, John Collins. You re-signed Batum. And I like that big man that they drafted from Penn State. I think he's going to be really good for them in the future. But the only thing is, the only reason why I didn't give them an A+, low-key, all them guys are old. They all old. So it's like health is going to be a big thing for them.
I gave them A minus. Thought they definitely made some great moves. Getting Bradley Beal, signing Chris Paul. They did sign back Nicholas Batum. They made a lot of good moves this offseason that definitely deserves an A. But I think like the Bradley Beal was probably the biggest move because you just need another like legit scorer. If Kawhi gets hurt or James Harden, knock on wood, you just needed another legit scorer off the bench. So they definitely get an A minus from me. Like the Clippers, they are definitely a good team. They got, like we said last week or 2 weeks ago, man. They like 11 deep on this team, so they made a lot of good moves that deserve an A minus. The Minnesota Timberwolves. What's your grade for them?
I'll get them a C. You re-signed Julius Randle. Yeah, I know you couldn't re-sign Nikhil because you had to re-sign Nas. But I just gave him a C because they re-signed Julius and Nas. They really didn't get anybody in the draft, so.
I thought they got that big man.
Yeah, from France, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? You don't think he can make a decent impact? Maybe not right away, but you don't think he can do something?
No, I ain't gonna lie, no. And then they got Rashard. Oh no, he got traded to Phoenix, so never mind.
I gave them a C minus because they did resign Julius and Nas. Those are your definitely out of the three. Those were the two best players out of Nas, Julius, and Nikhil. And Nikhil is definitely a loss, but they still got a good team. But just resigning those two guys back gets you a C minus. Like I don't think it's like a B plus A, but just maybe in their eyes it's probably A because they was able to keep those two guys, but I just feel
you just went to the conference finals with them.
Yeah, but I think it's a C minus because they didn't lose anything technically, but they didn't really gain nothing. It's technically the same team as last year, so I give them a C minus. I already know this. The Golden State Warriors. What's your grade for them?
F. Motherfucking F. I'm over they do nothing. They did jack squat. They get an F, dog.
They get an F. This is my only F. That's all I'm gonna say. This is my only F. Yeah, they haven't done anything.
Well,
They're the only team that ain't done. Yeah, you did get the Bulls F. I didn't get the Bulls F. I gave them a D. But this is my only F, bro. They haven't done anything. They haven't signed like Al Horford. They've been talking about. They said they're supposed to resign DeAnthony Melton, sign back Gary Payton. They haven't done it. They haven't done anything. I know Steph Curry looking down like, you know that Steph Curry face when he on the bench. That's exactly what he like, bro. What are we doing, bro? Like, they just haven't done anything. So, yes, they deserve a straight up F. I know we both got him F. I know we had him F. The Warriors ain't done nothing, bro. They're the only team that hasn't made a signing. Literally, they're the only team that ain't made a signing. So, Warriors are F. The Memphis Grizzlies, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a D. You went and signed KCP and Ty Jerome. KCP had a down year, a crazy down year. And then Ty Jerome, I'm not really that high on Ty Jerome. He had a good year last year. He could score the ball, but that's not going to really help your team. So yeah, I gave him a D.
I gave him a D. They, like you said, they signed Ty Jerome. They re-signed Sati Odama. They did trade for KCP. Hope maybe he has a bounce back year. And they drafted, was it Nick Clifford? Or no, was it Nick Clifford that they drafted?
Hang Hassan.
No, that was the Blazers.
Yeah, he got traded to the Blazers. He got traded there, yeah.
And they traded whoever the Blazers drafted, they traded to the Grizzlies. And they said like he's gonna be probably like impactful for them.
I forgot Cedric Coward.
Cedric Coward. They drafted Cedric Coward
from Washington State.
They say he's basically Desmond Bain. Is he?
I mean, he got hurt early last year, so he was playing really well last year before he got hurt.
So yeah, they just got a D because they did something. Like that's really all it was. They did something. The Sacramento Kings, what's your grade for them?
A D. You went and got Dennis Schroeder. You got Dario Saric. You drafted Nikhil Clifford, And what's the dude name? Raymond, or whatever from Stanford.
I know what you're talking about. Uh, Raymond. Where is his name? I saw it. Maximin Raynon.
Raynon, yeah, from Stanford. Yeah, so they went and got him. I gave them a D though.
I gave them a D. They
Francisco, my boy.
Francisco. Nobody taking your spot, brother. I gave them a D, bro. They, like I said, Kings all over the place. You did sign Dennis Schroeder. They thinking about Kaminga. I think they got Nick Clifford. I think the Kings
Yeah,
drafted Nick
they got
Clifford.
Nick. Yeah,
They
they got him.
drafted Nick Clifford. I don't know what they're doing. They did something. They traded for now they signed Dennis Schroeder. That's why you get a D. So that's what it takes. The Dallas Mavericks. What's your grade for them?
I'm gonna give them a B. They re-signed my boy Kyrie. They got Gafford back. You went and got D'Lo. You went in. You signed Ryan Nembhard to a 2-way contract. I think Ryan Nembhard is gonna be good for them. He's gonna be a good player in this league. And then you draft Cooper Flag.
You think Ryan Nembhard gets some legit minutes?
Low key, yeah.
Huh?
Low key, yeah. I mean, because other than D'Lo, what other point guards they got on their team? I don't even
Dante
think
Exum.
Brandon Williams.
They
Yeah,
resigned Dante Exum there.
yeah, re-signed Dante. So yeah, Dante probably get those backup minutes. Um, so nah, he probably won't touch the floor, honestly. Because if Brandon Williams is still there, Brandon
I think
Williams
he
gonna
is
get
still
ticked on
there.
him.
I think he is still there. I think
Yeah, he gonna get ticked before Ryan. But I like Ryan though. I like him.
he
I
was
like him a
decent.
lot.
He was
Yeah,
decent
I
in
like
summer
him.
league. I give him credit. I gave him A. Mostly because you was able to get the first pick. It got Cooper Flag. You can't mess that up. You you signed D'Lo. They signed. Oh, they did resign Daniel Gafford. They did resign
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving at a discount technically.
Mm-hmm.
So they did. I thought they did a really good job, like for what they was able to do. Like they still got a competitive team, and just basically Cooper Flag gets you an A because like you got the first pick. So I give the Mavericks an A. Let's read this. The Warriors have a GM serious question. It's Mike Dunleavy,
No,
brother.
they
Mike
don't.
Dunleavy. That dude
He
3
ain't
months
done
sleeping.
nothing.
I don't know what Mike
They need to go
Dunleavy.
back and get Bob Myers, dog. I think Bob Myers left at the perfect time, bro. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
left at the perfect. He knew what was happening, bro. He knew. He
Yes.
knew. He knew it was gonna be some BS, and he didn't want to be stuck there. And he didn't want to be the one that say, "Clay, you ain't coming back, brother." He didn't want to be
I
that
don't
guy.
blame him. I don't blame him, dog. I do not blame him.
He didn't want to be that guy because they sure let Clay let go. They let him slip. But we got 5 more teams. The Phoenix Suns. What's your grade for them?
I gave him a B plus. I think once you got rid of KD and you went and got Jalen, and now you got Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks, you drafted Malawatch. I thought they did a good job of retooling after KD left.
I gave them a B plus too. I mean, I could argue they could probably get A. I could argue it, but I gave them a B plus. Like you said, you did KD, you traded KD for Jalen Green. Jalen Green, we got to see how he is, but you did get Jalen Green. You traded for Mark Williams. You drafted Malawatch, and you got Dylan Brooks back in trade. They got Rashad Fleming. They drafted him
Mm-hmm.
and Kobe Bryant. Decent. They did. I thought the Suns did a really good job this past summer of retooling. You could argue they deserve an A, but I'm gonna stay with a B plus like Charles. Suns did really good, man. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
actually shocked they would
Yeah, me
did this
too.
good. I'm
Me
shocked.
too.
I thought they was gonna be
I
like
thought it was
once
gonna be
KD.
bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
thought
thought it
they
was
were gonna
gonna
be
be
bad
bad,
too.
bad.
I think they're still gonna be like a bad team, but I think they're better than what I expected now with these moves. I think they're gonna be better. So Suns get a B plus. Portland Trailblazers. What grade do you give them?
I gave them a C. You went and got Dame back. You got Drew, and then you drafted Hassan, the Asian Jokic. So
Hey,
I gave them a C.
hey, he might be.
Hey, he
I
hey, he
get.
do- he can pass. He can pass. I give him that.
Is he gonna get minutes though? Because you know
I
they
mean,
still
well,
got all them
I
fours.
think Robert
You got
Williams is gone, dog.
you
I
got
think he's gone.
you got Klingon. You got Robert Williams. You got Hassan, and I think they got one more center. I don't know who it is off the top of my head. I mean, Robert Williams did that because Clingan started.
Oh
Clingan
yeah,
started. Clingan
yeah.
started.
That's why they got
So
rid of whatchamacallit.
DeAndre Ayton, yeah, they got rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I give him a C too. I thought drafted Hassan. If he turns out to be Asian Jokic, they moving in the right direction. And you did resign Dame, even though he ain't gonna play this year. It's still a good move for the future. I thought they did a really decent job for what they had to do. So I give the and they traded for Drew Holiday. I don't think you said him. I don't think you
Yeah,
said
yeah, I
Drew
said
Holiday.
Drew.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
said
didn't hear
Drew.
it. My bad. That's my bad. Yeah, and got Drew Holiday. So I thought they did. I thought the Blazers did pretty decent. Hey man, what
What's
you think
saying
Caleb
do
Love
rag?
gonna do?
Oh, Caleb, look, hey, he played. The other center he was talking about was Raf Dop Raf or something like that.
Yeah, he is on here. I'm looking at him.
Yeah. I think Caleb Love could be decent. I'm not gonna lie, but they got a lot of guards in their team too, because you got Scoot, Drew, Dane, Shaden. Where they gonna find a tick for him?
You think he get some minutes this year? Not
I
this
don't
year.
think he sniffed the floor.
He
Yeah,
could
I
be in the
don't think
G
he
League
sniffed the floor.
majority of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get the Blazers. See, I thought they made some good moves. San Antonio Spurs. What grade do you give them?
I gave them a B. You got Kelly Olynyk. I thought that was good. You could put him next to Wemby, and you can literally run a 5-out offense, have all shooters on the court. You got Dylan Harper. You got
Carter
Carter Bryant. Yep, and you re-signed De'Aaron Fox. I really like the Carter Bryant move. I really think he's gonna be a good piece for them, a key piece for them in the future. I think he's low key Jeremy Shohan's replacement. But yeah, I give him a B.
You forgot about Luke Cornett. They got him too.
Yeah, Luke Cornett. Yeah, they when they got him too. Some
I gave
backup
them a B
big.
plus. I gave them a B plus. I thought they made some real good moves in the draft and in all season. You got some bigs to
Mm-hmm.
back up Wemby, or if you want, they could play next to Wemby, like you said, 5-out offense. You got Dylan Harper in the draft with the second pick. You got Carter Bryant, who's a defensive minutes. They made some good moves, and like you said, they re-signed De'Aaron Fox, the key piece, the second best player on that team. So they made some really good moves, man. They not deserve an A, but they definitely deserve a B plus, man. They made some real good moves. New Orleans Pelicans, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a C plus. I was hesitating between that and a B. Because you got Poole, you got Sneak Bay, you drafted Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears. I like that. But the only reason why I didn't give them a B, because it's like what is this roster really gonna look like? How is this roster? Is this roster really gonna be that competitive? So
I gave the Pelicans a C minus because you did trade for Jordan Poole because of CJ McCollum, but then you drafted Jeremiah Fears and then you drafted Derek Queen. And they did sign Kevon Looney. So you do got some big man, even though you probably didn't need no big man, but they still did it. Those are good pieces. They're just weird pieces, I guess. Like
yes,
they're kind
all
of
over the
weird.
place.
Kind of weird. It's like they're better than the Kings, but it's like it's still weird to an extent. It's like you got two big men and two guards when you really didn't need to do all that. Like why are we drafting Jeremiah Fears, but we have Jordan Poole is still pretty young? Like I don't know. That just doesn't
And
make
you got Jajante.
yes, and DeJounte. Like it just doesn't make sense to my eyes. Like Misi was decent, but then you drafted Derek Queen and then signed Kevon Looney. It's like I don't get it. I
Did
just
you know they signed Hunter Dickerson?
he's on that team
Yeah.
again. Why? And he's probably not gonna get no legit tick. He's most likely gonna be in the G League all year. So I gave the Pelicans a C because I'm confused on what they're doing, but those moves are better than some of the other teams that they made. And the last team we got is the Utah Jazz. What grade do you give the Jazz?
I gave them a C, and that's legit because of Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey. I know they went out there and got Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson,
No,
but dog, what are we doing?
they got
What
Nurkic
are we
too.
doing? And Nurkic, like dog, what are we doing? But yeah, I gave them a C just because of Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton.
Yeah, it's basically the same. They got to see because they drafted good. They're still gonna be a bad team, but they drafted good. Walter Clayton, I'm high on Walter Clayton. I ain't gonna cap. I'm high on him. I think he's gonna be decent.
You
I
think
do
that he's
think
gonna
he's
be
gonna
a
be.
starting PG?
No,
You think
no,
he's just gonna be that backup PG?
yes. I think they are gonna start Keontae and Isaiah Collier in the backcourt,
Okay.
and then they'll start Ace, Laurie,
And
Walker
then
Kessler.
Walker Kessler.
Yes, I think that's gonna be their starting five. I do believe that. But basically, Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey gets them a C because they drafted good.
I ain't gonna lie though, Isaiah Collier and Keyshawn George, Keontae George, they
Yeah.
not it. They not it, dog. They not it. Isaiah Collier was supposed to get better this year. He did not get better. It don't look like he's gotten better at all.
Oh, from the summer league.
Yeah, from summer league, it don't look like he got better at all.
What about Kyle
He still looks the
Filipowski?
same. No, he's gotten better. He's gotten better. I want to see what he looks like this year, but he's definitely gotten better.